Alright, what's up YouTube? Today I'm going to show you how to blow up a watermelon. Now, you may say, why would I want to blow up a watermelon? To that, I say, why not? As you all know, the 4th of July is a lot of fun. However, a lot of the real fun doesn't really start till the sun goes down. A few things we do to have fun and help pass the time is we play basketball, we throw football around, play horseshoes, play cornhole. You can also set off some smoke bombs, or you can shoot off daytime parachutes and let the kids try to catch them as they fall back down to the ground. I always try to blow up a watermelon. It's completely pointless but a lot of fun, and everybody seems to enjoy watching it. So on the table here, I've got everything you need to blow up a watermelon. You really don't need much. You need a watermelon, of course. You need something to blow it up with, and you need a way to do it safely. And of course, you need a wide open space. Here's what I use and how I do it. So to blow it up, I use a small artillery shell, like this one. These shells can be purchased at any local fireworks store or tent. There are a lot of different sizes of artillery shells. Here's a couple others. You can see this one's different shape, a little bit bigger than the ball. This Excalibur shell here is quite a bit bigger. You don't need anything like that to blow up a watermelon. Alright, these are the smallest ones and the cheapest ones you can buy. They usually come in a box or a plastic bag and typically contain about 12 shells along with a launch tube. You can expect these to cost you around $8 to $10 for a pack, unless you shop at a buy one get one free place, in which case you'll probably pay $15 to $20 per pack, because they're not really giving you anything free. They're just charging you double for the first one you buy. Alright, so normally when you light this artillery shell off, it'll be in a launch tube. When you light it, take off running, it goes off, it's launched into the air, and it explodes. The fact that this shell is not going to be in a launch tube is going to add a safety risk that you're going to have to deal with when blowing up the watermelon. Okay, this shell is going to be in the water, inside the watermelon, and it's not going to be launched into the air, which means you probably won't be able to outrun the fuse, and you'll be at the same level when the shell goes off. To make this a safe event, you will either need to have a remote ignition system, or you will need to add some fuse to the factory fuse. I'll be using a remote ignition system and an E-match igniter. I would prefer to use a clamp-on Talon igniter, but unfortunately I don't have any today, so I'm going to use the E-match. If you're not familiar with remote ignition systems or electronic igniters, you can search my other videos for the videos titled How to Use an Electronic Ignition System, or the other one, E-match versus Talon igniters, and you can get more information on both of those. So if you want to use the added fuse, you're going to need to order it prior to the event, as most stores or tents don't sell it. The fuse I like best is a 10-second per foot fuse. It's also called a pretty pink fuse because it's a real pretty color pink. Unfortunately, I don't have any of that with me today either. I'd show you a piece. But you can Google either one of those titles, either 10-second per foot fuse or pretty pink fuse, and you should be able to find it fairly easily. It typically comes in small bags. The bags have 20 linear foot of fuse in each bag, and they usually cost around $2.50 to $3 per bag. Sometimes you can find it in larger rolls, but most places I've seen just sell it in the bags, and like anything else, the more bags you buy, the cheaper it is. If you just buy 1 or 2 bags, you're going to pay probably about 10 cents per foot. If you start buying it by the case, you can get it down as low as a penny per foot. But in either way, don't wait until the last minute, as this is a very popular fuse, and a lot of times it's sold out around the 4th of July. So if you're going to use the added fuse method, first thing you should do is establish your safe place, which should be at least 100 feet away from your watermelon. From your safe place, run over to where your watermelon will be and time yourself. If it takes you 20 seconds to run over there, it'll probably take you 20 seconds to run back. Since your fuse is 10 seconds per foot, you'll need at least 2 foot of fuse to allow time to get safely away. I've been hit in the back of the head with a piece of exploding watermelon rind, and it doesn't really feel that good. So give yourself plenty of time to get away from it and get in position so you can watch it and enjoy it. All right, let's get it loaded up and ready to go. So what we need to do is we're going to attach the E-match to the artillery shell. So we're going to undo the fuse here, and we're going to pull off some wire for our E-match. We're going to get this cover back out of the way. I'm going to put the E-match on here, and if you watch the other video, you'll see the problem I have with the E-match is that a lot of times when it first strikes up, like a common household match, it flares up, and sometimes that can blow your E-match off of your fuse. So to help that out, we're going to put a little wire tie on there. Just like so. Nice and tight. And then we're going to cut the extra off of there. Alright, so now it's attached and it's less likely to blow apart. So the next thing we're going to do is put some good quality electrical tape on there to hold it. And you want to wrap your tape on there good and tight so that it holds your E-match as close to the fuse as you can get it. So just wrap that on up. Doesn't have to be pretty. Just needs to be good and tight so it holds it together. Okay, alright, there you go. So now we're going to take our shell and we're going to drop it down in this bag so that the watermelon juice doesn't ruin it. We'll close our bag up and squeeze all the air out of it. Alright. If you want to put a piece of tape around it, you can. Not really required, but we'll do it just to keep it all tight and together. Alright, one little piece of tape. Alright, next you're going to cut a hole in your watermelon so you can put the artillery shell in. Now I've already cut a hole in this one. I usually do it in the back side so it's not visible. So you'll cut a hole, pull that out, cut your watermelon off, dig it out, make yourself a little hole, and you're going to stick your artillery shell in there, and then you're going to put the rind right back in there and close it up. Alright, so that's it. Now all we got to do is take it outside, hook our E-match to our igniter, get a safe distance away, and shoot it off. Alright guys, we're out in the wide open space. We got our watermelon sitting on the fence post. Our igniter hooked to our remote cue. All we got to do is shoot it off. So here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Alright, there you go. That's how you blow up a watermelon. So I'll show it to you again in slow motion. And as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, pass it on to anybody else that might be interested, and be safe. Thanks.